During the hiring process for my video production firm, I would generally ask the question, what do you want to be? Almost instantly, I would get the answer, I want to be a director.
So the lighting is down from this.
Put your hand down and start
I
again.
want you to try and pick up the ball. Let's try that.
Filmmaking is all about teamwork. So how do you expect to gain the respect of a cinematographer or an editor without knowing the nuances of what it takes to be there? So in this video, I will break down what it really takes to be a creative director.
You got the center frame of him, so it doesn't matter which side he comes.
During the process of a shoot, it consists of a lot of moving parts. Lights, cameras, clients, time pressure.
Let's get lines, please.
And when all these parts are not aligned, the film can fall apart very quickly. So last week, my team and I had an in-depth conversation of something that's really core about what we do. Creative direction.
For you, what is creative direction? What we are defining here is a standard.
Creative direction isn't always getting the best idea. It's about leading the team in the right direction.
Getting all of us aligned on the same thought level. We want to make sure that the client gets the exact same experience.
One of the biggest misconceptions in filmmaking is that on shoot day, everything will go according to plan. But the moment you arrive on set, everything's different. The space is smaller, maybe the lighting is different, the crew has not arrived with the right gear.
We didn't have a secondary camera, but we should have a secondary camera, right?
All of this is what a creative director has to handle and adapt as quickly as possible.
You stand here. Everything can go as per plan during pre-production. But then when it comes to production, it could be a completely different scenario. The moment you get into a place, you're able to absorb the situation very quickly. Adaptation technique. Step back and think about what's important to the story.
And this is something that only experience can teach you. The moment you walk on set, within minutes you'll ask yourself, okay, so what is possible here? What can we do to improvise? And most importantly, what part of the story matters most?
The story is already here. You just have to grab it. Getting it done, executing, feeling good about this.
The job of a creative director is not to get the perfect frame, but to maintain and protect the story and keep the team moving forward.
What we're going to do is we're going to place this camera here. We want everyone to come, sit, action. You cannot be rigid with your own set thought process. Can you be okay with not getting that frame?
And at the same time, you must preserve the trust of the team that has been working with you to making this film. I'm a firm believer that a strong creative unit only does their best when they don't feel controlled and they feel respected. Once after a film is shot, the technicals take a back seat and in come the emotions. You want to ask the question, what do you want the audience to feel?
When you take it to the editor also, you have to go with the same kind of diligence. Where is this film going to make most impact? So what is that emotion you want to leave them with?
So corporate films, for example, are very different from advertising films. They're not about hype, they're not about loudness, they're about warmth and trust.
Corporate films are about softness, warmth, soft, muted colors.
Now these decisions may seem subtle, but they also completely change how the film feels.
Lights also play a very important thing. If you have too much of contrast, it doesn't work for a corporate film.
You may assume that the film is directed on the shoot day, but my belief is that the real direction starts on the editing table, because that's where the real story reveals itself.
Every edit is like a journey. The whole idea is to retain the viewer's attention as long as possible.
Editing by far is my favorite part of filmmaking. It's not just about cutting the footage, it's about sensing the rhythm. It's about taking the audience through a journey, but the pacing of your cuts.
The rhythm essentially is the beats. The beats are very closely associated to what your heart says.
The fast cuts create tension while the long pauses give authority. The editor is essentially shaping how the audience breathes through the film.
At the end of this day, I hope Sarina makes better reels.
Filmmaking is rarely about one person's idea. It is about a collective unit moving in the right direction and making sure that good things come our way the next time we direct. This is Nikhil. We're out of frame.